She'll see some things in her life. He leaned in closer to study me some more. Sure as rain, she'll see that Jack in the dark, face to face. Mama had snatched me up and held me tight. Jack in the dark was just something the woodsmen talked about when shadows caught at the corners of their eyes. A many-pointed flicker, a howl when the wind picked up, making the woods itch. They had a saying for him, too. He's in the trees. He's in the ground. He's in the wind. He's all around. He was a creature felt more than seen, who could leap the sling of a ridge or skim a rising river or bring strange things to your door. Touched by the devil, riding his bone horse home, he had no business with the newly born. Everyone knows, Mama said as she sent the tramp away. Jack in the dark ain't nothing real. Before he left, she gave him a poke bag of bread for his travels because jeteur de sort, though capable of casting spells, could also repent their transgressions if they chose to. They were, in her way of thinking, capable of being saved. And thirdly, Papa, our camp cook, brought home a squalling, still-blind bear cub who had come to be thought of as my brother and who would dictate, through little fault of his own, the trajectory of my life. Some might say a baby and a bear cub have no business living together, but I can assure you, seeing the world through our eyes might change your mind. Though neither Bruno nor me have exact birthdays, I know he was born when bears are born, in January, in a den beneath a fir tree, near a cracked boulder with a sparkling vein running through it. I was born in February on a pile of fir boughs, when the deep snowbanks and ice shelvings rotted in reefs of mist. A false spring, Mama called it, not to be trusted. That singular week of thaw all those years ago, a team of swampers, cutting brush and wind-thrown trees, in preparation for a new tote road, noticed their horses spooked when they approached the foot of a low, knuckly ridge. As they stood beside it, a faint sound carried out from inside the rock like the cries of a baby, formless and colicky. Later that day, after dinner, the men told Papa about the horses, half joking that Jack in the dark must be sleeping down there in a tree hollow. Like the other animals, he'd gone to ground among the eyebright and vetch the fall before. But here he was again, scaring horses, kicking up storms of cone scale and needle, giving away the animal's wintering world drilled with sleep holes. Besides being camp cook, Papa was a good outdoorsman. He thought a bear might be about, as horses shied away from anything bear, even sleeping bears. The men said no. Bears don't move much in the winter. With dinner cleared away, Papa went out to check for himself. He found a fault in the mealy snow, a hole rimmed with frost, at the foot of a gaunt fir, a breathing chimney that marked where something slept deep in a den, waiting true spring's arrival. This was where the crying came from. Papa dug into the snow with his snowshoe until he found the telltale bracken marking the den's threshold. He cut a sapling with his hatchet and poked it down, 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 into a mangle of roots and a ground-fuggy hollow, until it yielded to something soft. He reached in and brought it out. A single cub. A first litter. No bigger than 2 apples side by side. There was no sign of its mother, tracks neither in nor away. Back then, bears were hunted and used up, just as the wolves had been hunted into stories a century earlier, though men still claimed from time to time to see one running with wild dogs, living just out of sight. Squalling, toothless, blind. Bruno came into camp swaddled in Papa's mackinaw. And from the moment Papa set him down in the basket beside me, Bruno wanted to stay close. It would have been too cruel to let such an orphaned creature die from hunger, he said. Ivy, my sister, danced around him, begging Papa.